When a measure becomes a target, it ceases to be a good measure. This is called Goodhart's Law, named after British economist Charles Goodhart. In fitness and health, it's really logical to focus on specific metrics, right? It makes the coach feel useful. It can make everybody feel good with progress that's made. When you focus too much on a specific metric as the ultimate goal, you forget that the gym was never supposed to be the target in the first place, only the measure of something else. Now think about some common fitness metrics. Weight on the scale, number of calories burned, the amount of food that you consume on a daily basis. While these can be useful for tracking progress, if they take over, what are you actually doing? Now here's an example and see if it strikes home. You're logging your food because you want to make sure that you're getting the daily allotment of protein, carbs, and fat. You do that so frequently that there's a meal that comes up where you log it, but you haven't actually weighed it. This is an example of when the measure has become the target.
Hey, what rep are you on?
Oh, I have no idea.
Now, as coaches, we need to be aware that this is a behavioral trap and it's super common. It's our job to continue to zoom out with our clients and to ask, hey, what will this measurable, this thing that we're tracking, what will it do for your life? How does it carry over into making everything that you're doing in life better? Now, maybe clients don't need us always to be the expert and to drop knowledge bombs, but I bet that they do need a helpful question or two, redirecting them towards the horizon instead of this microscopic view that they can potentially become fixated on. So what are you training for versus what are you obsessed about measuring? It's a good question. So how can we avoid the Goodhart's Law trap, so to speak? First, measure it and then completely forget about it. Measurements were designed to track progress, but not be a daily reminder if you suck or not. Sure, collect some initial data, then focus on the daily stuff that you know makes you feel good. Instead of weighing yourself every day, maybe weigh yourself once, and the rest of your days are totally focused and consumed on just eating until you're 80% full, feeling good, like forever. Next, when the time is right, remember that thing that you measured and then celebrate it. Now, after you've forgotten about the thing that you originally measured, come back to it. If enough time has passed and you've been focused on this daily processing of a healthy life, chances are it's been my observation that you'll have something to celebrate. We typically don't do this long enough or often enough. Would you agree? We're too fixated on what hasn't happened yet to really celebrate and say, hell yeah, man, I've come a long way. Now, lastly, and this is the most important part, you got to make your life way bigger than one metric. Be fit. Eat well, spend a lot of time in the gym, enjoy yourself, but always have something going on besides that. Have something going on beyond what's in the gym. Make your client's life way bigger than a stupid ass thruster. Now, interesting people do interesting things. Would you agree? They're always zooming out. They're always learning something new. They're creating new measurements to test. And I imagine if we found someone that's interesting, they would have several things that they're continually cycling back upon. So maybe measure a lot of things because you're going to have this life that's full of these really interesting and different experiments, these different adventures. Make your life way grander than just the scale, just the app, or just the gym. Remember this, metrics are tools, but they weren't designed to make you a tool. And that happens sometimes. They're important, but they're not the goal. They don't tell the whole story. Your client's progress is about building an amazing life, not hitting these arbitrary targets. And it's going to be your job to continually put them back on the thing that they came to you for in the beginning. So next time you're working with a client, ask them, ask yourself, why do we even care about this? If you got this, how would your life be different, better? This has been a monumental statement about incremental change brought to you by the good people at BPR.
Subscribe!